welcome back to my lovely 5D collective, the IHP community, all of those who own their sense of self, their inner child. So you're a self-regulating, accountable, and attuning and aware person. And that's because of mindfulness and or spirituality, self-help practices. And basically you have self-love and self-growth in the forefront, and whether you're a 5D mystic or a person who is in that enlightenment soul age group or not, you are here as a person who resonates with knowing that you choose to be empowered by that which is the life energy of you. You choose to know your energy body, pure consciousness, to access that infinite higher human conscious potential by choosing to be your true self. So you have an inner child. You are unconditionally loved. You don't have disowned parts that you project, okay? You have a self that is whole and loved. Your sense of self, the core self, narrative, relational self, they're all yours. So you observe, witness, narrate. And those narrations are not stories you bring out as a adaptive child. No, that's what makes you a true partner. You are a functional adult, an inner child adult. You are able to allow yourself to bring forth that which is a growing, genuine relationship, true partnership with the conversations that come with a safe haven, secure base. That's why you're a seer. So you embrace the seer. You embrace the hunter. You embrace the gatherer. You embrace the earth keeper. You embrace Akash. You embrace oneness. You embrace love. You embrace Jesus, Holy Spirit. You embrace that which is a somatic empath. So you're a healed person. Even if you're healing with a good therapist, you are a healed person in the sense that you're bringing your self-regulating nervous system. You're not rewiring yourself. You don't objectify your journey. You're choosing, I am a person who is a whole self. You are choosing to look to integration as part of your journey, to restorative embodiment. So the seer is able to reach beyond the obvious details of life. That's because when you use your prefrontal cortex, you're not using emotions that are charged, thoughts that are in your brain, okay? You're using not likes, dislikes. You're not doing karma, you're doing dharma. And so the information that comes up, it's full of you being able to have discernment as you perceive it. That means you know how to look. There's many subject matter experts. There's many topics. There's so much. This is soft. Thoughts are thoughts. Emotions are emotions. Thoughts are soft. Emotions are soft. If they're still a bit hard, that's what the self-awareness, accountability, and regulating mindfulness practices with your restorative embodiment, your choice to self-regulate. That's what we do here. One-to-one mentorship, the masterclass, future spirituality retreats, any personal development. Inner growth journey involves you continuing to move into more of that which is your long-term secure attachment relationship with yourself, making you a true romantic partner because of that capacity to, again, bring self-awareness, accountability, and regulation in a restorative embodiment because you desire to think and feel softly and deeply through the application of daily inner growth mindfulness, mindset, and mindset practices and lifestyle choices. So the 5D collective, you are able to always seek truth beyond all else and see reality as it truly is without judgment. Understanding that which is between the lines, not necessarily having to say anything, also having the power of clarity and being able to recognize patterns. So you don't do characterological distinctions, you don't do judgment, you know forgiveness. That's owning the sense of self, core narrative relational self. You're a eternal child, not somebody who still has disowned parts. That's the difference, okay? So we have this again, and therefore you are your own mother, your own divine feminine. You are your own father. You are your own divine masculine. You own the mind, the heart, the body, the self of you. You are your own star child. When you own the self of you, it means, use your human name, you feel gooey, ooey, ooey right in here, channel or not. You know magic works through you. You don't reclaim your power by being disrespectful to those you don't respect and that you fear. Because a man I will fear that I disrespect, no, that I don't respect because they're a toxic and or more unhealthy self-worth man. I will also name women and theys. Any unhealthy human being is who I will fear because I'm 4'9". And I know how to have a good time at this point and just leave it alone. I will be with men, women, and theys that I respect and have a good time. But when I'm reclaiming my power, it will not be me in their face. It will be me in silence with the ones that I fear. And then I will hang out with the smart ones. And when I'm with the smart ones, again, we're all in the now. We're each singing our song, and we know how to believe in ourselves, and we accept differences, which is why we're of the 5D collective. And we know that there's no right or wrong path, so we leave alone the ones who have not chosen God, Source, Akash, Universe, Unconditional Love, the true spirituality journey of becoming their own tree. So becoming their own anima mundi, whether it be, again, soul or whole self, people who do not choose to live like the 5D collective, there's a reason. We're going to allow me to pause that and read to you. So the 5D collective here, you are self-empowering, enlightening mystics, spiritually and or mindfully living and loving people who, again, owning your mind, heart, body, and self. That's where we begin with mindfulness practices and mindset practices that are able to support you to steer a course that is true to yourself. And you have maintained, in fact, an open, emotionally empowered, unbreakable, vulnerable heart. So along this new moon today, you have been able to be aware that you love. I love to love, and my baby, he loves to laugh, and he loves to live, and he loves to love and learn and not cast stones. Okay, so you love to be around those who are their own divine feminines, their own divine masculines. And if there's a counterpart, they know how to alchemize and delight. You know how to delight in yourself, they know how to delight in their self. So they're empowered and you're empowered, which is why you have flowing communication, no in and out behavior, none of that, which is of those who are unhealthy self-worth, who are emotionally unavailable, who need a therapist. Anytime you have lack of communication from someone, please just allow yourself to know we got an orphan. That's it. Leave it alone. My facade friend, I've used him as an example of me knowing how to leave it always alone, thanks to my friend letting me know after years of how I was not heard at all. You can imagine how bummed out I was at noticing this, and more than just bummed out. And this is not even romance. Now, when romance happened, it was something I already was familiar with. So that's why it's like, okay, well, it happened already. Once you know what it is like for you to speak words that mean the butt world to you, and for someone to completely not have them in their at all, it's like it never happened. So when that happens in romance, again, you will know if you already had an experience, and I'm sharing it that way you can learn. It happens. What you can remember, please, is Stephen Porges. Biologically rude people are not actively participating with you. Or Terry Real, they don't know how to love themselves first. Patrick Tiahan, they have childhood trauma. Who else? Dr. Daniel Fox, as he shares, imagine kind people being thought of as unkind and basically being tested. So, you can name a lot of things. It's completely understandable. Please, like we always say, because Jesus taught it to me, I'm teaching it, sharing, forgive. They do not know. And it's not about you needing to spell it out like that. I forgave. No, it's they don't know. They mentally, emotionally, physically don't have self-awareness or accountability or regulation or desire. Oh, my facade friend again. Completely. People will show you how much they don't care about you presenting to them. What they will say is, you're making a big deal out of nothing. Leave it alone. Okay, so what you will by this new moon have understood is come and enjoy emotionally, mentally, and physically intelligent, deep living, alive people, please. We're bountiful, and let's leave alone the ones who are not wanting to love, build genuine relationships, or live life vulnerably, intelligently, and with aliveness. Okay, so we accept that not everyone wants to have an open heart that loves to love, live, and laugh, and that for some, feelings and thoughts are too hard. They don't desire the depth of their true self. They also do not desire the depth of living life with aliveness because they don't want it. It creates an unbearable suffering, fear, words, bunch of shit. Okay, they will continue to allow themselves, like the Zen Master's laundry, that they would rather avoid going to get their window welcome expanded, or basically some would say, I don't want to do personal development. I want life now. I did EMDR, chart arts, work, and somatics. When is my life going to start? So there's that too. So it continues to create their desire to be in the open heart. Oh, this example, when I stopped venting, nobody thought I could do it. You're human. You're not Jesus. Well, Jesus was a human. You're not Buddha. Well, Buddha was a human. Sadhguru has made it my awareness that I can be all, and him included, and I know it from Dr. Daniel Siegel. I'm a restorative embodiment. So it's self-awareness, accountability, regulation. There's a feeling inside that you're in love with you. So this is why words don't matter to those of us who feel. They matter in a way, but not as rigid as those who instead so we don't get picky with words. We get fun with words. And the feeling is what the difference is. Okay, so my lovely 5D collective, you're feeling first and then thinking. And so for you, mindfulness practices are really fun. Mindset and mindset, because you feel, and then we want to be with the fun ones. When I'm feeling blue, all I have to do is take a look at you, then I'm not so blue. Okay, that's what romantic love is all about. Not you being scary, and not you being humbug, and not you being a person who doesn't know how to explore the depths with me with fun and playfulness, universal love, and with passion. The Zen master wouldn't be great either. He has laundry. He doesn't know how to use his restorative embodiment, or his mindfulness practices, or his human secondary consciousness. When you have an open heart and an open throat to all that is the emotional, mental, and physical plane, you continue to know what true authority is, which is directed, realized, powerful, receptive, wise, and loving. It's not harsh or rigid. Nope. In fact, it's in a very fun spot. Discernment. Wisdom, compassion, detachment, and balance. And that's because, again, our nervous system is what I'm talking about. So when you are calibrated consistently in your social engagement system, you have coherence. And that's that integration of the brain. So having internal secure attachment and healthy self-worth is a choice at this point in our time. Thankfully, we have smart therapists for the ones who want to get here. And then we continue to do our ability to be ourselves in a state of coherence and offer it to those who want it. Because there are those who want it. So with that being said, when you choose you, and you choose secure attachment, which is where our, again, new moon has been bringing to you this capacity to settle in, you're able to be yourself genuinely and authentically, and you enjoy this. So enjoying the secure attachment, people mystic, it means, and mystics, it means that you're able to identify, again, the relationships you're growing with healthy self-worth others who are just like you, and unhealthy self-worth others who navigate life with a limited adaptive child insecure pattern and patterns of behavior that come with dysregulation and thoughts and feelings that stay in rigidity, unforgiveness, harshness. They stay in unbridled self-expression tones. They stay within their biased experiences and their charged states from post-traumatic unprocessed events, but also their very rigid beliefs, religion, politics, all of it. So there's a number of ways that people who are adaptive child parts of themselves will bring forth all that which is the orphan, okay? Because they choose to stay with those dysregulated child parts. It's not good or bad. It's Cusco's and Pachas, okay? And so we know how being yourself mindfully and or spiritually isn't for everyone. Because again, there are those who want to heal trauma. They want to own their sense of self. They want to learn self-regulation from the higher human consciousness, emotional, mental, and physical intelligence states, and those who don't. And the higher is your restorative embodiment, the prefrontal cortex that our lovely, determined Robert Sapolsky talks about. So some people, they don't take ownership of their first 3 years of life. And their teenager will rule them, okay? So we, again, leave it alone. It's unbearable for their nervous system. They don't want to do coherence. They want to talk about it, but they don't achieve a whole self and full consciousness because they don't pursue complete integration. If they do, then they will know what we know, consciousness, integration, change. We are able to adapt, and we own our Merkaba. This is our 5D community, and that's masculines and feminines, divines or not. And here's the miracle of life, and the miracle of you, and the miracle of I, and the belief in each other as mystics and as mindfully living, loving people. Science is too, the remembrance that we all can have compassion for each other. We're all beautiful flowers that come to this earth if we have introception and introspection and self-awareness, accountability, and regulation. Here's our third eye. with the desire to integrate all of our child parts and have a whole brain. Here's consciousness in our crown chakra to be able to transition with willpower. So self empowerment is when dynamics take place, and in soul time you're consistently working with the magic that is you, and that it is the frequency of the earth that we are adapting to, not the other way around. So our bodies, as our spiritual journeys, all that, the earth doesn't need us to continue doing what it's doing. It lives with the sun and the stars. We're lucky to be alive. I was watching Neil deGrasse talk about that. So whether you come with God and it's a miracle of life, mysticism, the gift and miracle and secrets of life, physics, he said there is 1 in a billion trillion probability that you would be reborn again genetically. And that out of 100 billion total, something like that, there's so many of us that were born. And so that it is really a miracle that you're here. And that's from him with a group of panelists that are physics or physicists or whatever. Again, Neil deGrasse. It was a video I was watching yesterday. So you are alive against, he says, stupendous odds. And that's the part of what, with God, I learned about the miracle of life. And with science, I continue to learn it. So 5D mystic and in the Enlightenment Soul Age group, those who live true spirituality and mindfully are accessing what is our human birthright. In fact, my clairs, when they came to me, I didn't say I'm anointed. I said it's my human makeup. My downloads consistently navigate with Akash, with universe, with the tree of life that I've heard from this rabbi, with the Anima Mundi, and with what I learned as God. And they all represent something different. And anybody who is continuing to keep them separate navigates life in a very different frequency because their brain is not using both sides. And so they're navigating from a lower closed heart where their ego needs to be right or wrong, and they're rigid, and you'll notice that because they're not fun. They're not playful with information, and we don't want to be around people who are not playful. Where's my playful card? Yeah, there's a playful one. Hold on, here it is. Yeah, we don't want Bambi's father. We like Bambi, and we like fearless and bold that are fun. So anybody who is not fun, again, we respect the men that we do not fear, like the women and the days. They're the smart, emotionally, mentally, physically deep people. We don't respect the ones we fear. We will not tell them that we fear them. It's because they're uncomfortably uncomfortable and they don't learn how to play nice. And they don't have anything to offer us that we can't get from a book, by the way. That's the other part. So when you meet those who are limited in the state of consciousness, the thing is they're not conscious in their higher human state. They're in a lower frequency. They lack flexibility, softness, flow, openness, depth of emotional, mental, and more experiences. They lack complete depth and novelty, or creative, both. Actually, they lack the adolescent essence. They don't have the desire to be with you for real. The essential spark and social engagement, novelty, creative expression. So their adolescent essence is not there. They have an adolescent attitude like Cusco. Also, no 3-year-old is there, so you don't have a true lover. You just have one who is a teenager that's not, teenagers. They didn't know what healthy self-worth. I learned how to be it by being around them, and I noticed all of my teenage friends didn't choose healthy self-worth, FYI. But then again, it was a different time. Today we have smart therapists, thank goodness, helping the young ones to learn what it means to be securely attached, and there's us who can share with them. So true partners are people who live life and relationships from the depths of themselves. As sciences and spirituality come together, they reveal to us the same thing. People choose a level of human conscious potential experience they want to pursue. You get to decide if you want to pursue integration and access your social engagement system through therapy for some, and then continuing with mindfulness and mindsight and mindset practices in lifestyle choices or not. 5D is here for that. IHP is here for that, for those who do care about how far they want to go with personal development and well-being, and that it is not a choice or a must, I should say. It's not a must, it is a choice, how far you take it. And also it is not a simple choice, though. It is one that requires your capacity to know, one, what other people say about you. Does it matter? Because really it shouldn't. But does it matter from the feeling. Okay, so integrity comes from here. I'm not ashamed of Maria. And as Michael Jordan says, some people, they want it to happen, some wish it would happen, others make it happen. I have never been ashamed, but I have the circumstances that allowed me to be this. Are you going to choose to allow yourself to be this? And when you meet people who don't accept that everyone's different and that some people won't want it, again, I've learned a lot of different words and a lot of different things throughout the years to continue supporting people on the same path. Be yourself. The part about you choosing who to be is it always has been your choice. Now I just have more ways of understanding why people don't know what true partnership is all about, or love for that matter. So again, when you embrace who you are going to know that. And when you embrace who you are, you're going to embrace true love and partnership. So we'll be back with more again. Have a lovely new moon, and like, share, and subscribe, and share with those who you do know love to be. I love to love, and my baby, he loves to laugh, and he loves to live, and he loves to learn, and he loves to not cast stones. So let people come on over if they want to have a good time. And restorative embodiment, self-aware, accountable, regulating in the love sphere. Tune on in for more.